All right, to recap, here is the TLDR for Pete Hegseth's testimony in the Senate today, asking for $1.5 trillion for the defense budget, including the war in Iran. Watch.
You, sir, are the failure, not the men and women who are on that front line, not the men and women who hold up their honor with distinction. But if there's a lack of a winning strategy, they're in harm's way. Their leaders have failed them.
Leading off our discussion tonight is Democratic Congresswoman Madeleine Dean of Pennsylvania. She is a member of the House Foreign Affairs and Appropriations Committees. I know it's a busy night there on the Hill. Thanks for being here with us.
Good to be with you. We just came off a long vote series, so I'm pleased to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're happy you're here. Your colleagues in the Senate got this chance to question Pete Hegseth today. It was extraordinary to watch. I don't know how much you heard, but if you did, what answers of your own are you still hoping to get about the lingering questions about the president's war in Iran?
I saw very little of it, but I did see Ossoff and Peters, and I'm thankful to them for their very serious sets of questions about the veracity of what the secretary has said. I'll start by saying, number one, I just came from RIMPAC. You know, the exercises, 30 nations get together in the Pacific every 2 years to make sure that we are completely ready, along with all our exquisite military. And so I can't say enough about our military, particularly the Navy, who showed us around, including the acting Secretary of the Navy, Hung Kao. Number two, most importantly, those who have died in sacrifice in service to our nation. And if you don't mind, Jacob, I'm going to say the names of the last three that I'm aware of.
Please.
And I don't know that we have all the names, but Private First Class Isabella Gonzalez, just 19 years old. First Lieutenant Tyler Feehan, just 25 years old. Army Sergeant Michael Emmanuel Swinton, age 30. These people, they're heroes, they're patriots. They gave their lives in service to this country, and this country owes them and their family an extraordinary debt of gratitude, which is a really hollow thing to say. But thank you to those family members, and my heart breaks for and with them. Mr. Hegseth is over his head. He doesn't know actually what he's doing. He does not know how to lead, and it was very obvious in the testimony today. Mr. Ossoff really pinned him down. You saw it over and over and over again, 14 days into this conflict, a month into this conflict, 2 months into this conflict. Nothing that Mr. Hegseth says sticks as the truth, and that's very much in respect or in replication of his principal, the president. And Senator Peters also obviously got very under his skin as well. The secretary is over his head. We do not have a strategy. That's the problem here. The president has never said a strategy for where this war is going, never asked for the American people to buy into it, of course, never came to Congress, which is unconstitutional. It is Congress who declares war. And I don't say that as just a throwaway. It's actually very, very serious. The founders said they didn't want the executive to be the only one to declare war. They wanted to be the people closest to the people who will actually serve. And so we're in a very dire spot because this president had no plan going in. It was completely reckless. He was guided into it by Mr. Netanyahu for Mr. Netanyahu's own purposes, without a plan and against the advice of those around him.
I want to ask you about some new reporting, Congresswoman, from Axios, because they are reporting that the Trump administration is considering two different options to move forward in Iran, given where things are. One is to pursue a new 10-day ceasefire. It almost sounds just like a comedy of errors is too glib of a way to describe it, aimed at reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Option two, launch a massive joint military campaign with Israel to force the capitulation of Tehran. Assess both of those options for us, if you would.
Oh, my Lord. What an absurd breadth of options. What we need are serious diplomats working with our partners in the region. I've had the chance over the last few weeks to meet with the Gulf partners, the GCC and Jordan. This is, of course, before the death of American soldiers in Jordan just this weekend. We need serious diplomats to answer the questions of how do we get to the answer of opening the strait, making sure that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon, of course, controlling the operation of ballistic missiles, and please, God, some sort of humanitarian aid on the ground in Iran. After all, there are 90 million people in Iran. We're not at war with them. We're at war with a regime, and this was a war chosen by the president. So a greater war, option two, a greater war, an absurdity, and obviously ill-considered. We are ill-partnered with Israel on this mission, and that is an ill-considered set of circumstances. Diplomacy, get to peace for the region.
Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, on a late night for you on Capitol Hill, thank you so much for joining us on The Last Word.
Thanks, Jacob.